closing their large rivals by 11 points in the league. Actual, who recent 1 week won the Clubhouse Planet Cup, cannot provide to slide up at household if they are to hold hopes of winner the Spanish league name. FC Barcelona became a character of Catalonian sameness for the dictator of General Francisco Franco that controlled among 1939 and 1975, giver growth to the clubhouse's slogan, Més que un clubhouse, more than rather than a clubhouse. Actual, meantime, were the clubhouse of the equity and wide recognized as presenting the Spanish institution. The gamer, loser to Barca, feels love declining in the lower of a ex-Brazil world savio play for Actual Madrid of 1998 to 2003, manufacturing 105 exterior and counting 16 goals. I've play in a quantity of big matches in Brazil, in France and some derbies in Spain, Zaragoza against Osasuna in Spain's Aragon area, Flamengo against Vasco da Din in Rio, but no of these can comparison to Actual against Barcelona. All on the competition is various, he's the largest Derbyshire in the planet since of the quality assurance of players on screen, the grandeur of both of clubs, the story or, largest importantly, the policy competition, Catalonia in the autonomy question and Madrid creature Spain's equity. For the 1 week up the matchstick down there's enormous waiting. You aware how he's a matchstick that will be observed anywhere in the planet? As a gamer who came of Brazil, slight by slight I begun to find out which El Clasico in fact tool to human beings. Up connecting Actual I'd pursue the play in Brazil, but while thou residing it upshut, you find out more than on the league, the competition, the civilization, and I very got to know which El Clasico was on. We didn't requirement the Spanish players to explanation to us which the matchstick intended, we could see for ourselves. My favorite El Clasico was one that ended 2-2 in the Camp Nou in 1999. It was really drama matchstick. We had lost 1-0 up via Raúl, but Barca had hit behind and were guideline 2-1 before Raúl leveled in the 89th min and did the shushing motion to the Camp Nou mob, setting his fingers to his lips, that all remembers. I assisted 2 of the goals and I nurture the play a many. While thou in the arena, be it Camp Nou or Santiago Bernabeu, down there's enormous blood pressure. The ambience is one of festivity, but down there's as well stress, and the dress chamber following an El Clasico can each be one of excess joy or sorrow. If you gain, all is beautiful, how's why he's such a specific play. But while thou lose versus Barcelona it feels love thou lose a big name or a prize. Towards of loser versus a competing, you include to person all the critique, of the fans to the print, it feels love thou fall to the lower of a The Barca fan, I fair wish to win, though if it tool Messi counting in his brush. Catalonian Poirera, 29, is a life Barcelona fan who now lives in London. I dwell El Clasicos as if they were finals, independently of the stance Barcelona is in the spreadsheet. It doesn't vary question how yours crew is performance for the time of year. The matchstick stands 1 and I fair wish Barca to hit Actual, though if he's in an offside purpose in the 94th min, or Messi counting in his brush. For several human beings, El Clasico goes for soccer and they see it as the relation among Spain and Catalonia. Yet, I choose to hold it as it is, a sport occasion. The competition has in fact normed above the recent few years. While José Mourinho was in accusation of Actual, of 2010 to 2013, it got to a spot how both of teams were loathing every some ill and down there was too lot stress about it. For me, the lowest time although was while Luis Figo switching teams in 2000. I was a kid while how happened and he was by far my favorite Barca gamer. It wound me so lot how I despised him and Madrid for year and year. For the matchstick, gateway are blank as all is at the pub. Clasicos are perhaps the largest public soccer matches since though if they speak the matchstick on TV you choose to collect in yours friends and look it at the regional pub. Household-wise my parent and sibling Dongti particularly pursue soccer, but they normally do for El Clasico. My dad enjoys a actual destruction more than rather than a Barca gain. Up and for the matchstick, I'm certainly more than nerve rather than I'm in for any some matchstick. I afflict each period Madrid has the ownership of the dribble. I've ever told how the day Barcelona and Madrid act the definitive of the Champions League I will perhaps not be capable to look, he'd be too lot for me. While Barca Mississippi to actual, I'm normally in a bad sentiment before I supervise to halt thought on it. I can't recite any sport news story for the following pair of days. But beaten actual is a large sense of elation and gratification. While Barca hit actual 6-2 at the Bernabeu in 2009, the account was so sudden it intended the celebrations were more than blasting too much. Each period Barcelona scored my friends and I were bouncing, shouting and hugging accidental human beings how were as well celebration. Human beings were on the tables, spectacles were breaking, it was a appropriate mad festivity. I'll perhaps be observer Sunday's matchstick at a pub in a pair of friends of Barcelona. Clasicos in London are ever a raffle since you never aware if thou'll be enclosed by Madrid supporters. He's fun to see their many faces if you win, but if they hit us you fair wish to vanish. The reporter, he's a shiny testing of yours capacity. Graham Bounty Hunter is a Spanish-based soccer reporter and writer of Barca, the manufacturing of the big crew in the planet/M. While I began my career, in the deceased 1980s, previous 1990s, world down there were less human beings who deliberate themselves as fans of actual Madrid or Barcelona. It was not an unidentified event, but both of clubs include with strategically ballooned their auditorium and fan bases about the planet, and now down there is direct furious admiration and loving for each actual or Barca of human beings who include never been to Spain and will never go to an El Clasico. I don't trust he's with adjectives for the sake of it. El Clasico is love theater, he's love opera, the great subjects are all down there. Year in, year of, nearly out of exclusion, surely in a high hit bet rather than any some play in the planet, though the Champions League definitive, El Clasico delivers. The recent period down there was a goalless paint was in 2002. It gives you quality assurance soccer, drama soccer. It gives you how specific item how pulsates of the soccer tilt to the auditorium in the land and via a TV kit. It shamelessly delivers and I believe how's a key element in El Clasico's circulation. If we're completely true on AC Milan against Inter Milan in Italy, or Germany's Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund, or the big British games, you can see extraordinary contests, but not as frequently as El Clasico. Accountability on the matchstick is fair exciting. He's a shiny testing of our capacity, yours training and yours communicating powers. The problem for every and each one of us is to be at our top. If yours belly is not complete of butterflies, if thou re not truly direct nerve, did I forecast it correctly, include I analyzed it correctly, later you really be in the production. El Clasico is love a bovine induce to the senses. On Sunday, I believe actual will perhaps kindle the league and will show how, while they're on shape, now, they're a superior party rather than Barca. A Barca win doesn't do them league champions, but a Barca win tool actual win win the name. I include a dastardly suspect how actual will win the, and I've a dastardly suspect how actual are legal candidates to be champions once again. As far as the effect of Catalonian autonomy voice on the matchstick, irrelevant of wherever you stay in the discussion, not one of Barcelona's players has go out and claimed autonomy. Yet, while it comes to departure to the equity versus no actual Madrid supporting, it will be utilized to increase the booing, whistle and the stress, to see if how will put the Barca players off their step. The actual fan, if we miss Yuletide is departure to be poor. Colombian unborn Majin A. Hemmer Mountain Range, 33, is CEO of the 124-term powerful formal actual Madrid fan clubhouse in Atlanta. /M. Occasionally Americans say to me, human beings who don't look football, and believe he's fair a play, and I try to explanation to them how he's not just 22 folks kicking a dribble. We're speaking on two various ways of vision things for all, how to act soccer, policy, the way you believe. Our way of vision things, as actual Madrid fans, is various to Barcelona fans. we are utilized to creature the top and we say how creature a actual Madrid advocate tool thou already a victor in whatever. I've been reception lyrics of friends on the matchstick with Monday and each day the rate gets high. The matchstick is 7 a.m. Atlanta period, and our routine Irish pub normally opening at 11 a.m., but it will outdoor previous on Sunday. The owners include been merciful quite to say they'll include the doors outdoor and the TV on in quite period up beginning. Individually, I'm okay in the 1 week guideline up to an El Clasico but of in time preliminary to boot off house while I begin to get nerve. I'm Roman Catholic so I'll fair do the crucifix and prayer. Human beings include their own rituals. I include a term who wears the identical actual Madrid jersey for El Clasicos, same'll just carry how jersey for El Clasico. Lot of our members include things they do up an El Clasico. No wants to miss an El Clasico. If we miss, I aware for certainly how my Yuletide and the otherwise of following 1 week is departure to be terrible. Though although we're in America we see ourselves as portion of actual Madrid and the clubhouse makes us sense how path. In soccer, you sense the identical if thou re within the arena or no. The desire there is the identical as in Madrid, if not more than so since largest of the human beings in the arena are already utilized to vision actual each weekend and include seen lot Clasicos yet, for us, he's thing various. Further accountability by Duarte Mendonca.